Welcome to a chilling journey through some of the most harrowing encounters between humans and their so-called pets. From ferrets with a taste for fingers to a dangerous pet crocodile. Join us here on Wild Biosphere as we delve into these bone-chilling tales of pets turning into predators. Fatal pit bull attack in Pennsylvania. In general, when an animal garners notoriety for being labeled with warning signs, or for its infamous penchant for goring, it's a clear indication that it may not be the ideal choice for a domestic pet. However, it's intriguing how some individuals persist in harboring the most perilous of creatures as pets, often experiencing dire consequences due to their questionable decisions. Take, for instance, the case of Ricky Wainhold in Pennsylvania. Ricky's fate took a gruesome turn when he found himself under the attack of a pet pit bull in an outdoor enclosure on a farm located approximately 60 miles outside of Philadelphia. Despite receiving multiple explicit warnings from the farm's owners about the inherent danger posed by the bull, Ricky seemed steadfast in his refusal to heed their cautionary advice. In fact, this bull had previously launched an attack on Ricky during the previous summer, an incident that resulted in multiple broken ribs for the unfortunate man. Tragically, this temperamental bull unleashed its full fury, ultimately leading to Ricky's untimely demise at the hands of an animal that was once considered his pet. The deadly consequences of an illegal pet crocodile. The tale of an Indonesian woman's grisly fate serves as a chilling reminder of the repercussions associated with harboring an illegal pet crocodile. Owning such a creature comes laden with perils, a stark truth that often eludes those who venture down this treacherous path. Crocodiles, renowned for their predatory instincts and ability to stalk warm-blooded prey, can pose a dire threat to humans, with annual crocodile attacks in Africa numbering in the hundreds, a significant portion of which prove fatal. The colossal peat crocodile, aptly named Mary, resided within an enclosure in Sulawesi, Indonesia. Weighing a staggering 700 kilograms, Mary harbored a profound resentment for her domestication, an attitude that found expression in a horrifying manner. Tragedy struck when Dudstwu accidentally fell into the enclosure while attempting to feed the formidable reptile. What followed can only be described as a nightmarish ordeal. Mary unleashed a devastating assault, severing one of the woman's arms and inflicting grievous injuries to her torso. The swift and brutal nature of the attack left no room for escape or intervention. This cautionary tale serves as a stark warning against the ownership of crocodiles as pets, for their primal instincts can emerge with lethal consequences. The cow's unpredictable aggression. Cows, often perceived as docile and placid creatures, can, on occasion, defy these benign stereotypes with sudden and startling acts of aggression. Greg Nolan, a resident of Alvin, Texas, found himself in the throes of such a harrowing encounter, the aftermath of which bore witness to severe injuries and a grim lesson on the temperament of these seemingly gentle giants. In a previous altercation, Greg had experienced a forewarning when the same cow, harboring simmering discontent, cornered him and delivered a head, but powerful enough to break multiple ribs. However, this incident paled in comparison to what transpired later. Several weeks following the initial confrontation, the cow unleashed its fury in a more ferocious manner. It knocked Greg to the ground, subjecting him to a relentless onslaught that resulted in shattered ribs, a punctured lung, a ruptured spleen, and a subsequent stay in the ICU. The circumstances surrounding this violent turn of events were rooted in the cow's protective instincts, particularly when it came to safeguarding its young calf. Man killed by peat hippo in South Africa. It's a profoundly saddening occurrence when a pet, which had previously appeared to share a loving bond with its human companion, transforms into an instrument of destruction, such as the somber tale of Humphrey the hippo, a creature who had been adopted by a farmer in South Africa after being discovered as a calf. This dynamic duo had achieved a modicum of internet fame, with viral footage depicting the farmer casually riding atop the back of this massive hippo. However, the tale would eventually take a grim and ominous turn. The farmer, who had formed an apparent rapport with Humphrey, met a tragic end when he was discovered dead in the river. Several bite marks on his body suggested the horrifying reality. Humphrey, the once beloved pet, had unleashed a torrent of aggression. The formidable hippo's displeasure often manifests as a wide, menacing display of its jaws or a full-blown charge towards any perceived source of irritation. Although hippos may exude an air of adorability, they are far from the benign companions they might seem. Encounters with these creatures can turn fatal, with their massive jaws and astonishing weight serving as potent weapons. A charging hippo is an intimidating sight, capable of inadvertently crushing living beings to death. The Travis chimpanzee attack. Back in 2009, a shocking and devastating incident took place involving Travis, a chimpanzee who was closely intertwined with the lives of his human owners. This particular chimpanzee had gained celebrity status in Stamford, Connecticut, where he became a beloved figure, accompanying his owners on their daily adventures. One fateful day, a longtime friend of Travis's owners, Charlotte Nash, found herself at the family home. The spark that ignited the tragic incident was Travis's possession of his owner's car keys, which Nash attempted to retrieve by extending an olive branch, a cherished toy offered to the animal. Shockingly, in response, Travis launched a ferocious attack on Nash, tearing her face asunder in a gruesome manner. Desperate to halt the assault, Travis's owner intervened. With the arrival of law enforcement, the horrifying saga continued. Travis, seemingly attempting to evade capture, targeted a locked vehicle, ultimately smashing a window in a desperate bid for freedom. The culmination of this ordeal was a barrage of gunfire from the police, ultimately resulting in the chimp's demise. The aftermath saw Nash, the victim of this shocking attack, undergoing extensive facial reconstruction surgery. Virtually every bone in her face had been shattered. Her eyelids, nose, jaw, lips, and a substantial portion of her scalp were brutally torn away, and she was left both blind and maimed. Chimpanzees, it seems, have an inherent unpredictability. Their docility can shift in an instant. They harbor an array of behaviors that may surface unexpectedly, reminding us that they, like all creatures, including humans, can succumb to sudden shifts in temperament. Such an attack, when unleashed by a chimpanzee, is swift, violently intense, and often proves fatal. The ferret's fiendish appetite for fingers. In the pantheon of peats, some creatures stand out as veritable malefactors, capable of unspeakable horrors. The ferret in this tale exemplifies such a malign presence, committing an act so heinous it defies all comprehension. A ferret invading a baby's bed and ruthlessly gnawing off 7 of the infant's fingers. Picture the unimaginable. A 4-month-old baby boy ensconced in his bed, blissfully unaware of the impending terror. At 2:30 in the morning, the malevolent ferret surreptitiously infiltrated the infant's sanctuary. When dawn broke, the baby was left bereft, with only his thumbs and a fraction of a pinky finger remaining. A pet that, under the guise of domesticity, metamorphosed into a nightmarish assailant. The parents, bound by negligence and oblivious to the inherent dangers of harboring such pets, now find themselves under investigation for their role in this gruesome incident. Thanks for joining us on this roller coaster of shocking Pete stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Wild Biosphere for more hair-raising content. And remember, not all pets are as harmless as they seem.